Welcome, children, to creative writing. In this session, we shall learn about story writing. All of you love stories, don't you? Right. Story writing is actually an art. Now, let's see why story writing is important. It develops one's imagination, helps one to think of new ideas, develops one's language skills. That is, if you want to write a story, then you need to imagine, you need to think of new ideas, and that will help you to improve your language skills. Story writing is also called narrative writing. Now, narrative writing is when you write a story, it's almost like telling a story. Now let's see how to write a story. First, decide on the theme, the topic about the story. Pick a setting where the story actually takes place. Choose the characters, the people or beings, animals, birds, whoever takes part in the story. Select the event, what happens in the story. Ending, a moral or a message. Now, points to remember. Always make an outline first. That is, first you list out the points that you're going to write in the story. Always use past tense in a story. Remember, a story is something that has already happened, so you have to use the past tense to be grammatically correct. Use adjectives and adverbs to describe a story. That is, when you write a story, you have to catch the attention of the readers. So make your language beautiful with adjectives and adverbs. Make use of the five senses to describe what your characters see, hear, smell, touch, and feel. This we have already learnt in picture description. Arrange the events or happening in proper sequence. That means they have to be arranged in proper order. Use proper punctuations, capital letters, full stops, commas, exclamatory marks, etc. Now, story writing can be done in two ways. First, look at the picture and write a story. The second, write a story with the given outline. Clues or hints would be given to you and you have to develop it into a story. Now I have an example here from our text for you. Look at the picture and write a story. They have given you a clue over here. If you cut down trees, your children will pay the fees. That means if you destroy trees, then your children will have to pay the consequences. So let's see how to go about that story. I shall help you with it. I've given you the hints on top over here and I've selected pictures for your better understanding. So now let's see how to write the story. Once there was a beautiful village. It was near a thick forest with tall trees and broad leaves. Birds built their nest on these trees. People ate the fruits of these trees and collected firewood for their homes. Children played under the shade of these trees, and people led a happy, peaceful life in the village. One day, a rich man wanted to build a factory in that village. So he went around the village and found a place for his factory. The next day, he brought his men and cut down the trees and took them away. He built a big factory in that place. His dream came true. Now, what happened to that village? As the trees were cut, the village became hot. There was no rain. Soon the village turned into a dry place. There was no water for drinking. There were no birds and no shade for the children to play. So, uh, what was once a beautiful green village now turned into a desert like place. The story teaches us a good moral. We should not cut the trees. We must make trees our friends. Save the trees. Plant more trees so that our children may have a happy future. So that is the end of the story, children. I give you the same picture as a home task. Try doing it in your rough notebooks. I shall see you in the next class. Thank you.